Okay, so I think you need to make your hinge just a little bit shorter than your page. So my page is 4 1/4. So I think I'll make the hinges 4 inches and 4 inches tall, and then I need 4 of them. So I need to do some math, and I'll do that and come back. 9 1/8. Let's do it 9 1/2 just to be safe. Okay, and then so 4 1/4, so 4 1/8. I'll make it just a little bit shorter. Okay, so score this. Oops. You put up the long side up, and you start with 2 inches. Then you're going to do a half, and then a half. So that's your first hinge. Then you're going to do 3/8. So I just count the ticks. 1, 2, 3. That's the space between, and then you do another half. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Another half. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's your second hinge. Then 3/8. 1, 2, 3. And then another half. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another half. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 3/8. 1, 2, 3. So that's 1, 2, 3. So one more hinge. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that leaves you some at the end. Okay. So let's, if we score on where the hinges are in the center, then that can tell us where we need to put the tape on the back. So just score in the middle of those 1/2 inch score lines like this, and then flip it over, and then we're gonna glue those hinges together. So just put tape or liquid glue, whichever you want to use, on the second score line. Okay, and then you're just gonna fold that down. Make sure that your paper is straight. I didn't do a very good job of making sure my paper was straight, and then fold that back, and then you have your first hinge right there. So go ahead and do that again. And that hinge. Okay, so there are our hinges. So you want to really work them so that they will turn easily. Okay, so you'll take your open part, and that is what is going to go on the hinge like that. Okay, so we need to put tape on this side, and then tape on each of these gussets, and around on these edges, so I'll just do one to show you. So you want it on both sides of your hinge. Now we can put this in our cover. And so this will just get centered here. And I don't know if maybe make it a little bit easier. I'll make a little mark about where I want this. Again, I'm just gonna eyeball it. So I'll put a little mark for each of these, a hinge, and then a little mark for the top where I want it on the book. Okie doke. Oh, so staticky. Oh, okay. All right, so the top edge align with those lines. And then put it down. Okay, burnish in between each hinge. And again, I'm gonna work that in the fold there. Like that. This side too. Okay. All right, so that is your cover. So now we're ready to put the pages in. Trying to decide if I want to cover this first. No, I think I'll put the pages in. So it might be it's a little bit easier to put them in if you kind of angle these. Don't go clear down, but just kind of, let's see if I can get that in the camera. There we go. Just a little bit, not all the way down, but just a little bit. And that helps them to fit on there a little bit easier, because it's hard to get it on there when that tape is so sticky. So just a little bit of an angle. Oh, it's easier to start from the back, and you don't want it to go completely down to the edge of the book. You want to leave it out just like 1/8 of an inch, and that will help it to turn better. So I probably should have made these, should have put the tape closer to the fold. So when you do your tape, do it as close to this fold as you can, because you aren't going to want it all the way down by the yeah, the score line. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so let's do our first one. Take the tape off both sides of the hinge. If you can. I mean not the tape, the backing to the tape. So fold these hinges towards you. Make sure you got your page in the right way. So that would be a bummer if you put it in upside down or something. And then kind of open up that spot right there. Then you can kind of get it on there a little bit easier. There we go. And again, burnish that down. Okay. Same thing. Okay. Oops. All right. So, oh no, I made this seam the front. Shoot. Well, I'll just try to hide it as best I can. Shoot. I didn't even think to check that when I was putting these in. Darn it. Okay, so now I just need to cover this, and you can put paper in between in these 3/8 inch gaps if you want, or you can just leave them. I think they look okay. You can kind of see this seam, but I think that's okay. So I just need to pick papers and decorate. Otherwise, the book is pretty much done. There is this pocket. I'm gonna make little booklets. I've got these 3x4s that I'm gonna put in all the pockets. And then in the center there is a pocket that I will make tags for. Just need to figure out what size. It's obviously too wide, but there's a pocket here to make a larger photo mat. So I need to make 4 of those, and then all the other little inserts, and cover the front and back. Okay, so I decided to cover up this seam. I'm just gonna put this little skinny ribbon around just like that. So I'm gonna just, let's see, if I put my ruler along the seam, then I can see where to put the Fabri-Tac. Alright, so I use this cute holly paper for the front, obviously. And so I decided to use this paper for the covers, inside covers. So I'm just going to glue those in. And I just didn't know what to do with it, but I remembered I had this beautiful die cut that my sister had cut for me. And so I think if I lay that just like that and trim, you know, these end pieces off, that will look nice. And then I was going to just put this tree here, and then I have cut this out of cardstock 3 times and once out of the glitter gold paper, and it was kind of getting lost, and so I'm going to put it on vellum and then just kind of fussy cut around and then have that on top like that. So first I'm going to start with trimming these. place that about right there. And that cover is done. For the inside cover here, I'm going to create a belly band and a little pull-out, fold-out thing for pictures. So I'm just going to, I've got a piece of paper that's 12, or cardstock that's 12 by 4. So I'm going to divide it into 4 3-inch sections so that it can be 3 by 4. And you could put 3 by 4 pictures. Put that measured out good. Oh, I think it did. All right. So I'm just going to accordion fold this. Folder. Not exactly straight or even, but that works. So I'm going to use this cute Santa Claus paper. And I'm just going to eyeball a little bit of a border so you can see the white around it. And so I'm going to glue this down. Then I'm just going to leave the rest of them blank for putting photos. And so now I will glue this strip on as a belly band. I think I'll leave this little booklet in there so I can make sure it's the right spot for the glue or the belly band. Make sure that this can slide in and out. Okay, I think that is good. So there's the inside cover. And I think on the spine I'm going to put this little Christmas time. Although I think I do want to round these corners. Just put that like so. There we go. So I have the inserts. I just used plain red cardstock, and they are 4 inches square, and they are just in these slots right here. So they just go in like so. And I made a punch. I made a tab from punches. Okay, so for the back, I want to make a pocket and put another insert. So for the pocket, I cut a piece that's 5.5 wide by 2 inches tall, and I'm just going to score it 1/2 inch on 3 sides. I'm not sure where my tape is, so I'm just going to use glue. So I'm just going to snip these corners here, angle these. I have chosen this cute stripe to go on the pocket. And so I'm just going to glue that on here. And I've got this cute garland that I cut out, and then this wreath that I'm going to put on top of that. There's that, and then I cut out this banner that says Mary. I'm going to put that on the back at the top. I have a strip of paper that I have cut at 12 by 4 because I wanted a 4 by 4 booklet for the back. I accidentally scored it at the wrong place, but I'm going to tri-fold it and then put this cute paper to cover the front of the booklet, and then it will just slide out of the pocket. So I'm going to cut this to be just a little bit less than 4 by 4 and be back. Okay, I've got this cut and I'm just going to glue it right on the front. And I think I'll find, I've got these chipboard here. Trying to decide if I'd like to put something on there. Not sure what. Just gonna jazz it up a little. Maybe this Merry Christmas. Maybe put that right there. I don't think that's gonna stick at all. Doesn't feel the least bit sticky, so we'll just put some glue on it. Put that right there. And then drip out these ornaments. That will just open up again, a little booklet to put photos. So I'll slide that in the pocket. Oh, it kind of got caught on the bottom of the pocket. I should have made the pocket and then covered it, I think. That looks cute. Okay, so I'll do a little flip through because I think I'm all done. So here's the cover and the side, and then the back just has that same holly paper. And then the front has this cute booklet, room for lots of photos or journaling. Then each pocket has the date with a little booklet. So I just used 3 by 4 cards. And the glue I used warped the pages. I can't remember the glue I used. But this art glitter glue does not seem to be doing the same thing. So here's day 2, and they're all just blank booklets, so So that is it. So cute. If you wanted to do a tie, you could do it before you put the, if you want it to go around, do it before you do the papers for the covers. But I'm sure to put pictures in it will get fatter, but I'm okay without a tie. So that does it for this cute little 4x4 Christmas countdown mini album. Thank you so much for watching.